Hello everyone. Let us now analyze a very important novel in Canadian literature, namely Truth and Bright Water. This is a novel by Thomas King, published in 1999. The novel explores themes of identity, reconciliation, and cultural memory. It is set in the fictional towns of Truth and Brightwater along the US-Canada border. It addresses personal and collective struggles of the characters. It is a compelling narrative that blends the past and present. Thomas King is a literary icon who was born in 1943 in Sacramento, California. His Cherokee and Greek heritage have influenced his perspectives. He is known for addressing Indigenous identity and colonialism in his works. Thomas King is a recipient of numerous literary awards, including the Governor General Award. He is the author of Green Grass Running Water and other acclaimed novels. King is famous for combining humor and cultural critique in his storytelling. Truth and Brightwater has the following setting: Truth, Montana, and Brightwater in Alberta are separated by a river that also acts as a symbolic border between countries, cultures, and identities. The setting is essential for understanding the themes of duality and division that run throughout the novel. Now, coming to the main characters in the novel, Tecumseh, the young narrator, is curious and reflective. Lum is Tecumseh's cousin, and he is the one who faces great personal challenges. Monroe Swimmer is an enigmatic artist who symbolizes reconciliation. Aunt Cassie is a bold and unconventional figure. Elvin is Tecumseh's father, and he embodies familial conflict. Each character of the novel contribute to its themes and depth. The plot unfolds during one summer, beginning with Tecumseh and Lum witnessing a mysterious woman throwing a suitcase off a cliff. This event sets the stage for a series of interconnected stories involving family secrets, personal struggles, and the community's history. Monroe Swimmer's return to Brightwater is pivotal. His art projects, including painting the church to blend into the landscape and reuniting Indigenous artifacts with the land, symbolize efforts to heal the historical wounds. His enigmatic presence inspires both curiosity and reverence. Lum's story is one of pain and perseverance. Lum is haunted by his abusive father, his desire to win the tribal race, and his longing for recognition and freedom. Lum's struggles highlight themes of toxic masculinity and the burden of expectations. The characters of this novel grapple with their cultural and personal identities. The novel underscores the universal nature of self discovery. It highlights the tension between tradition and modernity. It examines the search for self in a fractured world. It also explores how family and community shape one's identity, and it reflects on the impact of historical and cultural memory. The US Canada border symbolizes division and unity. It reflects the impact of colonialism on indigenous communities. The border explores the arbitrary nature of political borders. The river serves as a metaphor for connection and separation. It highlights personal boundaries within family and community, and it also challenges readers to reflect on the meaning of borders. In this novel, community serves as a source of identity and support. Family relationships are central to Tecumseh's journey. It explores generational tensions and cultural expectations. The novel also highlights the importance of collective healing, and it depicts the resilience of indigenous communities. It emphasizes interconnectedness within and across families. Truth and Bright Water is a timeless narrative and a profound exploration of identity. Thomas King's humor and symbolism make the novel engaging and meaningful. Its themes of healing and reconciliation resonate universally. It is a celebration of indigenous resilience and creativity, and the novel encourages the readers to reflect on cultural heritage and humanity in large. Overall, it is a literary masterpiece with enduring impact. Monroe Swimmer is a central figure symbolizing reconciliation. His art restores erased indigenous heritage. He represents the power of creativity in healing cultural wounds. He challenges colonial narratives through his work. He encourages characters and readers to reflect on history. And this art of Monroe Swimmer is a bridge between the past and the future of Indigenous identity. Lum is a complex character facing internal and external conflicts. He represents the challenges of youth in marginalized communities. His relationship with Tecumseh is pivotal to the narrative. He embodies themes of identity, belonging, and resistance. Lum's struggles highlight societal pressures and expectations, and his tragic arc underscores the novel's emotional depth. Coming to the role of women in the novel, Aunt Cassie breaks the traditional gender norms. She represents strength, independence, and resilience. The female characters drive key relationships in the story. The story highlights the matriarchal influence in Indigenous culture. Women serve as keepers of tradition and memory, and their roles emphasize the interconnectedness of family and identity. The border is central to the novel's exploration of division. It highlights the arbitrary nature of colonial boundaries and reflects cultural and familial separations. The border is both a literal and metaphorical border. Tecumseh and Lum navigate its implications daily. The novel challenges the readers to consider the meaning of borders. Grief is a recurring theme of the narrative. The characters cope with personal and collective losses. The past looms large, shaping present experiences. The novel highlights the importance of addressing unresolved emotions. Grief is depicted as a path to eventual healing, and it reflects the emotional complexity of human experience. Tecumseh's relationship with his father Elvin is strained. The novel reflects generational tensions and cultural shifts. It also highlights the emotional distance between parents and children. It emphasizes that family dynamics are central to the narrative's emotional depth. It explores themes of forgiveness and understanding and shows the impact of family on identity formation. Tecumseh and Lum navigate the challenges of growing up. The novel explores the impact of societal expectations on youth and highlights the search for identity during adolescence. It depicts friendships as a source of support and conflict and also reflects on the role of mentorship and guidance. Therefore, it captures the universal struggles of self discovery. Memory serves as a link between the past and the present, and the characters confront personal and collective histories. Monroe Swimmer's art restores erased memories and highlights the importance of remembering cultural roots. The novel depicts memory as a tool for healing and growth and reflects on how memories shape identity and resilience. The landscape reflects emotional and thematic depth, and natural elements symbolize healing and continuity. The novel depicts the river as a living, breathing presence, and the setting evokes a sense of place and belonging. It highlights the interconnectedness of people and nature. Therefore, environmental imagery anchors the narrative's cultural context. Monroe Swimmer's art challenges colonial erasure. It restores landscapes to their original cultural significance and encourages dialogue on history and identity. It reflects the transformative power of creativity and depicts art as a bridge between past and future. Therefore, the novel highlights art's role in fostering reconciliation. Tecumseh and Lum's friendship is central to the story. It highlights the complexities of loyalty and trust and depicts moments of support and conflict between friends. It reflects on how betrayal impacts relationships and explores the tension between personal ambition and loyalty. The novel captures the emotional highs and lows of friendship. Thomas King employs non-linear structure to add depth to the narrative. It shifts between past and present, to enhance character development. It encourages readers to piece together the events. It reflects the fragmented nature of memory and history. Thus, the narrative adds intrigue and layers to the storytelling and mirrors the complexities of real life experiences. The novel highlights the importance of language in preserving culture. It reflects the connection between language and identity by incorporating the elements of oral traditions and storytelling. Language adds authenticity to the narrative and demonstrates the richness of Indigenous expression. The novel acknowledges the challenges of language loss and revival. Truth and Brightwater explores tensions between older and younger generations. It depicts varying perspectives on tradition and progress and highlights misunderstandings within families and communities. It reflects on the role of elders in cultural transmission and encourages dialogue between generations for reconciliation. Thus, the novel represents the complexities of evolving cultural norms. Storytelling serves as a tool for preserving history and culture. The stories provide a way to process trauma and loss. Through storytelling, the novel encourages connections between individuals and their heritage. It highlights the cathartic power of shared experiences and promotes understanding and empathy among readers. To conclude, Truth and Brightwater is a profound exploration of identity and reconciliation. Thomas King's narrative blends humor, symbolism, and cultural critique. Its themes of healing and belonging are universally relatable. The novel celebrates the richness and resilience of Indigenous culture. It encourages reflection on cultural heritage and humanity, and therefore, the novel is a literary masterpiece with enduring relevance. These are the references. The outcomes: students can identify key characters, plot points, and themes in Truth and Brightwater. They will be able to explain how Thomas King portrays Indigenous identity, history, and cultural traditions, analyze how the novel's themes relate to real world issues affecting Indigenous communities, compare and contrast the perspectives of different characters to understand how truth and perception shape their experiences, and critique the novel's portrayal of colonialism, identity, and family dynamics, supporting arguments with textual evidence. Here are some questions to refresh our memory. Who are the two main characters of Truth and Brightwater? Tecumseh and Lum. Who is Monroe Swimmer? He is a famous artist who grew up in Brightwater. What impact does working for Monroe Swimmer have on Tecumseh? It introduces him to Monroe's ideas about reclaiming Indigenous history and identity. Thank you.